Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda and today's video is going to be a makeup related video. We're going to see if we can make a look. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do for a look yet, but as always we start with our eye primer and our face primer. Let those set while we're figuring out what we want to do for today's look. I haven't done a makeup thing in a while. I'm doing a lot of books, so I figured I would. Hadn't played with my makeup in a little while, and so I figured we would do something today. I know I've been doing a lot of book related stuff, but I originally wanted to do a vlog, but it's raining where we are right now here in Maine, so. And then I forgot that the library was not opened on Friday, so vlog will probably be next week. Then we're also gonna go in with regular primer. Make sure our face is nice and primed. I know some things say you don't need primer, but with my face, I always like to make sure. I know some things say like, oh, if you have good enough skincare, you don't need it, but I like to make sure that I use it because my skin is not that great, so it helps make sure my face doesn't get all weird. I think we're almost done this one. I don't know about anybody else, but it's kind of satisfying when you finish up a product. Kind of like this primer though, because it's got the tint to it, so I feel like it kind of helps even out your face a little bit. Today's palette that we're going to be using is the Storybook Cosmetics. I believe this says Little Briar Rose on it. I got it in my first BoxyCharm. This is what the inside looks like. It's kind of what made me try out BoxyCharm in the first place because I've always wanted to try one of these. So today's look, I think we might use up some of these blues. Maybe see what I can do with this one and this one out of it. Maybe add a touch of this one in there over the top of it. So we're going to use Prince, Castle, and maybe Fairies today. I think the first one we're going to go in with is Castle, just because it's lighter, and I feel like maybe if we do the dark one first, it might be too much. So maybe we'll see if we can do the lighter one first and then do the darker one. So first we're going to dip into Castle. Just start on this side. I do really like the colors in this one too. I just haven't used it as much. It is super pigmented. So I start on the inner part of my eye. And we're going to go on the other one. Making a mess. Gonna take this and wipe it up a little bit because it's making a little bit of a mess. There is some fallout. Alright, let's try this again. So we're gonna go over first portion of my eye. Gonna do a little bit more on this eye just to kind of make sure that it's as equal as the other side. maybe blend this out a little bit so it's not so weird. Blend this side out a little bit too. Fix that inner corner. And then we're going to go in with Prince. And we're going to start this on the outer portion of my eye and go in. Just going to dip the same brush in. Just a touch on the outside. Drag it over a little bit. Same thing on the other side. Make sure I'm actually on camera here. So now that those two colors are on there, we're going to just take this and fix up a little bit. Make sure everything is all inner corners there. Fix underneath here. I always do my eyes first because I always make a mess. And so I don't want my foundation and everything else to get messy after I've already done it. So I always do my eyes first. And then this way too, if it's a color that pops, I can go over things and correct it if I need to, if it kind of stained my face a little bit. So we've got everything cleaned up, and next we're going to go in with mascara and eyeliner. Today we're going to use the Balm Mad Lash for my eyelashes. We're also going to use the Illuminati gel paint for my eyeliner. So next we are going to go in with our Rimmel London Stay Matte foundation, and I am also going to use Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Decided to try a new concealer. I got this one in my Ipsy, so also grabbed a mirror. So under eyes and right here. I've actually never tried Shape Tape before, so a little interested to try this out. Might be good. Maybe we'll just try that and see what we do. And we're going to go in with our sponge and just kind of blend these out. And blend out the under eye. Make sure it's all nice and blended out. Trying to use a mirror at the same time. Make sure it's all blended out. And then we're going to get the spot on my nose as well. See if maybe that contours a little bit. Blend it out. Oh, that probably isn't going to work, but that's alright. And then we're going to go in with just a touch. Every time I use this, I only use a little bit because between the primer we just used and my concealer, and this being super full coverage, you really do not need like a lot of this. Literally just needs to be like a tiny bit. And then, as you can probably see, it'll literally. I actually kind of like this stuff. I didn't think I would, and at first I kind of didn't because I accidentally did too much, but then I realized you only need like a tiny bit of this stuff, so like really tiny. As you can see, this part's probably gonna have to get put other places too, but you really don't need a ton of this one, which I kind of like because I don't like putting on a ton of foundation. The other ones I have aren't bad, it's just they don't, I feel like because they're not matte ones, they don't really cover as well. I feel like that one's good if you are doing like stuff out and about and it's warm. And there's that. Next, we're going to go in with our Ofra highlighter Blissful. Decided to be a little glowy today. We're just going to take a little bit, go right along here. Make sure we blend it out. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, just a little bit. Make sure we blend it out. Make sure we look a little glowy. And there's the highlighter. Before we do our lips, we're going to do our refresh setting mist. This was also in another subscription box, and you just spritz it over your face. Make sure it's setting spray, so it's to make sure your makeup stuff stays a little longer. And then last but not least, we will do our lips. I think today's lipstick is going to be this Real Her Girl Power lipstick we got in our last Ipsy bag. It's like kind of it's not really red, but it's more of a neutral color, so we're just gonna, I didn't want anything too dark, but I didn't want anything glossy either. I like this one. It's nice and smooth. It's not really, I know some of them are kind of hard to put on because they're not as soft as some. And there you have it. Today's makeup look. As always, thank you for watching my channel, and I hope you enjoyed today's video.